because we're gonna have we have a lot of recordings already, just say like, this is what this recording contains. This is what we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today we're going to be learning how to do a whole book CEL from start to finish. So the first thing that we want to do is go to the go by, which I will direct you on how to get there from SharePoint. So I'll just open up a new SharePoint tab. Production. And then if you like this view, you can find it in here. I personally do not. So we'll go to production documents up here. And then this would be under documentation, DTP, and CS import guides, and then whole book CEL go by. So we'll open this document, and that'll bring you here. Now, one thing to note before you start on making a CEL, you want to make sure that the TG and the LP are both imported and formatted correctly. I will pick a relatively easy one to do. It only has 5 mods. So we start in Oxygen. So we'll go up here at the same time. Okay, sweet. So from the root, which is up here, we'll right click, do new, and we're going to make a logical folder. We'll name that folder what we want. Craft. I like to shorten it, but it doesn't matter because this isn't going in the server. The logical folders only stay on your computer. But we're going to get to a part of this process that does not stay on your computer so that everyone else can edit it. To CEL and then test. So now we need to add files to our logical folder. And these run off the book map. No, the module map. Module map. So we'll direct there, start in order, and get to all of them. Any questions so far? This is a slightly tedious process, so just bear with me. I'm going kind of fast. Okay. So again, we're grabbing the module maps and we're going to make a CEL that pulls the info from the TG and the LP. First thing we need to do is actually make an Excel sheet. So we're going to right click this, transform with. So we're looking for this competency and equipment spreadsheet first. So this part is making the CEL. And then it's also making the spreadsheet, I believe. Okay, so it just made all of the CELs. And then now we need to make a folder in the craft, in the miscellaneous folder. So I'm already here, sprinkler fitting level 3, miscellaneous, so I'll make one called CEL. Test. And then I added a couple other things in here that I wanted to try out. I'll explain why in a minute. So the next step comes from the actual data map that we're going to use that has all of these CELs. And there's two ways you can do it. You can go back to where we just were on SharePoint. You can grab this data map, download it, or you can actually click in this document and it'll open up here. And then you will move it to where you need it to go, which is in this English folder. Once you already have it on your computer, you can just reuse the same one. Okay. Now, I believe we can navigate there. Let's see. We can just open it from here. Doesn't like that for some reason. Ran into this issue once before. So unidentified developer. Thought I fixed this. Let's try again. Okay. Let's open it up. Okay. So using one sheet, I guess. SharePoint sheet. Right, so we'll open it, and then we're going to go into editor. Text view. So one note about these // this tells it to go backwards a directory. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to try to make this work. The things we need to replace. Bond number. So like the mod order number. Then the mod number. 3. And you can just copy this. Place it here. And then inside of this, it's looking for the CEL that we just made, which is this. So it's always going to have the mod number at the end. I just wanted to show that we just made this, I think. Okay. This would be again, it's tedious, but once it's done, you don't have to do it again. And then these are just some extra lines. We can delete these. As you can see, as I'm typing in the final values, these red squigglies are going away. A couple other things we need to change. Craft name and level number. I think we're doing word, like the word 1, 2, or 3. I'm pretty sure. So we'll save this. We can close it. And you can see here in the steps, it goes from, pound signs to what the actual values are. And then we can right click the batch folder and then add the data map. So that's what we're going to do. This is our test. Add this file. So now that we have this here, we can transform with doing the spreadsheet again. Okay, I'll just do it. Okay, so it is 1 of 1. That makes sense. We made a spreadsheet for each one, and then now this is a grouped one. And then the next thing we'll do, we'll double check to see that it worked. Test. so I made an out folder and a temp folder. Okay, so far so good. Now we can actually open this data map. And if you do need to make corrections to a CEL, this would be the data map that you would open. And I'll show you why. Because all of our CELs are now grouped here. So we can see them all individually. It goes here by the name, but this is in the module order. Once that is open, we will make the final CEL. And it's just the NCS map PDF CEL transformation, just right here. Run it. And the reason why I wanted to test that with the 4 double slashes, some of you may have seen it with the 2 dot and slash, but I made one with 4 so that it kicks it out here instead of out here. And then I just generated a PDF. And it auto opens. It's nice. Okay. Look through it, make sure performance tasks are numbered correctly or objectives are lettered. Yeah. So that's how you do it. Any questions?
I have a question.
Sure.
Okay. So, will this affect, like, if we do the CEL book with our fake IMEIs, will we have to do it again with the new ones, or will it automatically change in the data map?
That is a good question. If we do the fake ISBNs, it will kind of break this link. Let me see if I can test that real quick. Because it's looking for this, right? So
Yeah.
I made this a hyphen. This should break here. Try closing it and opening it again.
But like once you have the output, you don't really it's all doing the same in the output.
Yeah, so when we have the output, that's a good point, Olga, because if it's fine the way that it is, then we don't have to go back and make any changes to this data map. But if one of the editors spot, let's say, a typo or whatever, and we do have to go back, if you open this and you see a broken link, you need to find out why.
But we will do those, anyway when everything's finished. We'll have
I'm sorry, say that last word again.
like when all of the mods are finished, that's when we do it, right? So by the time they're all finished, we'll have the ISBN.
Hopefully. Hopefully. When we made this book over here, or I guess when I made the whole book for this, I want to say, okay, so August 30th, I think we did have the ISBNs then. I know I had to go back
No,
for something, but
those are the fake
oh no,
ones, right?
that's true. Yeah. So great point. Now that this is done, we're not going to have to touch it. But if something, I don't know, the timing can be off. Um, and that's basically on Pearson on when we get the ISBNs, right? So it's just something to keep in mind. Like if that does break, if you get a PDF that's missing an entire mod in it, this would be the place to check. Did a map in the editor.
So can we just like, I could assign myself, like when the new IMEIs come in, just automatically go in and change them so that we don't run into any issues.
The
Do you know what I mean?
ISBNs, you mean?
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
But yes. So
Yes.
I could like, or whoever delegates. But yeah,
Right.
I think we should change them regardless, just in case.
I think
Yeah.
if hang on, I'm just thinking, and tell me if this makes sense, but like as soon as somebody sees them come in, like we all know that they're there, and like as long as they get put in there, we can make the book. Like if we all see it,
Yeah.
somebody can just take the initiative to just do it.
Yeah. Hmm. So what I'm thinking of is Millwright, right? So we're sending Millwright to the printer tomorrow, something like that, and we're done with Millwright. Like essentially, we're almost completely done aside from the practice exams.
Mm-hmm.
But all of the other IRs are done, including the CEL. But we still don't have the ISBNs for that. I don't know why we don't, and it's kind of like pulling teeth with Pearson, but I wouldn't want to wait until we got them to do it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm sure we would get told by either editorial or Aaron that it needs to be done just to get that stuff out of the way. But
I have a question. Is it ever anything that like we would send them like these PDFs and then they could just go in and edit the PDFs and put them in themselves if they didn't give them to us?
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm trying to like
Like
picture.
if they don't give us those
Mhm.
ISBNs, and if we send them printer PDFs, do they ever go in and just put those ISBN numbers in, or is it solely on us to do that? I'm just
Mm.
thinking like if we get them last minute, like on the day that we're sending it to print.
So the real ISBN for the modules, I guess they don't matter as much right away, which is why we actually have an ISBN for the whole book, a real ISBN for the whole book of Millwright,
Mm-hmm.
but not for the mods. The ISBN for the mods is for like individual stuff, which we would put in those extra pages in the individual mods. But it also helps just with the work package and keeping everything organized. We don't want to move something to digital library, for example, if it's a fake ISBN. Yeah, and then of course linking within the InDesign document.
So
Once it changes, we also need to relink all those images.
what's the current process that you have seen and followed that works with these ISBN numbers?
Basically, we make a fake one first until we get the new one, but we kind of just pretend like this is the real one. I know that doesn't. I know it's not ideal, but I don't know how we can get those ISBNs sooner.
Okay, so I guess back to Daphne's point, we have a sample, but as soon as we get those ISBN numbers, put them in and generate it so it has the right numbers in there.
Correct.
Okay. And who tells you that these ISBN numbers came in, Aaron?
Typically, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Either
usually.
she'll tell us.
I also get the email notifications now for when Pearson puts the ISBNs into their production deliverable sheet. At least I just got one the other day, so I'm assuming that when the big ones come in, I should as well. I have a feeling though, Aaron will probably still communicate that to everybody, saying that they're here. But we can always double check that.
Okay. Yeah,
moving
if we need
forward.
to make like a change of process where it's like me, you, and Aaron can be on top of seeing that, so that way somebody
Mhm.
delivers the message to the rest of the team. We could potentially have the team on that email. I don't want to fill their inbox with that kind of stuff though.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think of ways that we can
Yeah.
get it where it needs to be and keep us accountable instead of like everybody at the same time and then it not go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, okay.
Yeah. I just checked the sheet and we don't have these ones yet either. So we're still waiting on the ones that Eric, you just did. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh yeah, Eric, you're in there. Sorry. I just told you something you probably already know.
Well, I just wanted to show everyone where it was. This is what it's called if you ever
Yeah.
are interested in finding out what the ISBNs are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone has access to this. Yeah, it's like all of production.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think there's an email it's an automated email as soon as something changes on the sheet. So yeah, if we wanted to get like Denise or whoever, if everyone wants to get it, that kind of thing. I don't know, but that's something to think about because I just got added to the automated because I have to update the everything sheets.
Oh,
But
what
yeah,
happened?
that's
Why
going to be
can't I hear
something.
you?
I don't know.
Me?
Did we
Or
lose?
Kelly?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can.
All of you.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me at all?
Oh my God, I don't think I can hear
I can hear
anyone.
you, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Did we stop the recording?
That's
I can't.
I'm gonna stop it. Yeah.
I can't hear